Anyway, Christopher was going to go up to Washington. On his way, he decided to visit with Nick. And Connie's son Theodore also went up there. So now Christopher's gone. Early that morning, was a Monday morning, it was bright and really early. It woke me up and says, yeah, this is Christopher, and I'm in trouble. I'm in Mexico, like that, and I need $1,500. I said, well, Christopher, I said, what the heck are you doing in Mexico? You're supposed to be in Portland. He says, well, one of my friends was getting married and he wanted me to stand up, but I flew in. I'm going to just stay in flight. But he said he was in, that he was going to go back. But I said, well, call your dad. He said, no, I don't want anybody to know. Please promise, don't tell anybody. When I get back, I'll give you the money. I said, I'm not interested in the money. I said, just worried about you. What the heck are you doing there? So I said, well, where am I going to get $1,500? It's Monday. I said, the credit union is closed on Monday in the neighborhood here, the office, where I could go draw my money. I said, I have to go, and I don't know if I could even drive. Now it's raining. I have it in my car, goes, the exhaust pipes are full, and you have to heat it for about 5 minutes before you can get it out of there. It's a 20-year-old car. And I'm thinking all this, and he's telling me, please don't tell anybody. I said, well, I have to tell somebody. I'll call Vicky. I said, she has to come and help because she's going to have to drive. All right. He said, and send the money to Los Robles, Mexico City, and don't forget to get the track number. You get the money and go to the Western Union, but you have to have cash. You can't send check or anything. You got to have it's got to be cash. So Vicky comes, we could get dressed, and I'm telling her, she said, well, Paul, you better tell somebody else. I said, I promised him. I promised I won't tell him anybody. So we go downtown to the credit union. I draw $2,000. Come home and we go to Safeway, to the Western Union, try to put this thing in to send this money. Well, we can't find. She couldn't find the office in Los Robles. There was no Los Robles, Mexico City. The computer. So naturally, where are we going to send the money? Nowhere. Take the dish with you. And so now, what are we going to do? I said, well, let's just go home. He's supposed to call me back at 10 o'clock. We'll get the correct address. So the Western, they gave me my money back. Anyway, we come home, and we're waiting, it's about 11 o'clock now. No call. So we said, well, I'll call his number, his cell. Well, there was no answer, but then, why didn't he pick it up if he was in Oregon, damn it? That's the other thing, right? He should have answered his phone. I just thought of that part, that section. But anyway,
didn't you call the Mexican?
The Mexicans probably took his telephone away.
And you called the consulate.
Well, wait, wait a minute. Yeah, when we're sitting and waiting for his call.
Don't call me, call the consulate.
When he didn't answer, we said, well, let's call the Mexican consulate to find out where this location is in Mexico City, right? Well, they weren't answering their phone, and Vicky says they're worse than the Greeks. No, they wouldn't pick up their phone. It rang and rang and rang and rang. So hang up. I said, well, call the public library. They have an information desk. They usually tell you everything, what you want to know. But they closed down the department because they didn't want to hire everybody. They closed up. But fortunately, these two things went in my favor, right? Anyway, she's telling me, Vicky said, you better call somebody, Connie, and tell them. I said, no. We went 2 or 3 minutes. I'm thinking, and I said, worried about Christopher being in Mexico, being tortured. And I got this money. I got to send this money. I better do something. So then I said, okay, I'll call Connie. Los Angeles. Like, what did I tell you, Connie? I can't remember what I told you about.
I have. What did you say? You said I'm in trouble.
I'm in trouble,
and I need your help. And
That was secret.
And I thought, oh my gosh, she's on the
And
floor.
don't tell
And
anyone.
she can't get anybody to come help her, and what am I going to do from here? But then she says, but you have to promise not to tell anyone, because this person that told me made me promise not to tell, so you have to promise not to tell. And I'm thinking, what could this be? I said, okay, go ahead, I promise. So then what, Yiayia?
And so she says, yeah, that's a scam. It's not going to be a scam, Connie. It was. I'll call Theodore, she says, in Portland, and I'll call you back. So she calls Portland, and Theodore gets out. He says, oh, Christopher's sitting right here.
But I think Christopher was doing the scam from there.
It wasn't Christopher that
No,
called
not at
you?
all. Not at all.
Wow.
And then the next morning, I get this call from him again, this supposedly Christopher. And I said, Yiayia, did you get the money from the credit union? I said, yes, Christopher. I did get the money. I said, and you know what, you lousy bastards? I said, the FBI has got it too.